everybody. I know the answer to this question, which is, what's your favorite band? In most cases, it's Los Lobos. They're the best. So this week, I get to hang out with Louie Pérez from Los Lobos. And of course, they do the thing where they can rock as hard as anybody else, and then they shift gears and they go into this folkloric music, traditional music from Mexico. And what really drives that part of the show is Louie's amazing rhythmic ramble with whatever instrument he's playing. Anyway, so I'm demystifying that a little bit this week with Teach Me One Thing. And here it comes. Louie Pérez, good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too. It's good to see anybody.
Thank you for doing Teach Me One Thing.
It's my pleasure, Nick. You know, we go back many years. I can't even remember how long it's been. It's been 25 years, maybe at least.
It's been more than 25 years. Yeah.
No, it has to have been more than 25. Yeah, 30 maybe.
Yeah.
But it's great. I mean, we get to grow old together, right?
I love it. And it's, I will offend many of my fellow musicians when I say again that Los Lobos is my favorite band. I remember seeing you guys play at the Rainbow Music Hall right after your first record came out.
Oh, the Rainbow Music? Wow, I remember that place. It looked like a Quonset hut or some big building.
I think it used to be an old, drugstore or something like that. Yeah, it was
Right.
back when Barry Fay was still promoting shows in Denver.
Oh, Barry Fay, yeah.
So you and Mary are in your home isolation down in Southern California, and so no gigs, no tours, no rehearsals, no nothing.
No, I think it'll permanently be burnt into my brain that night. I was supposed to leave for Denver.
Right. It was a show at the Boulder Theater, right?
The Boulder Theater, correct. And It was a Thursday night. I was leaving the house at about 6 a.m. to because we're crazy for pain, so we leave the same day as the show. And it was about 10 o'clock in the evening. My wife walks in and she says, "Louie, you better check to see if you're still doing this show tomorrow." I said, "Really?" I mean, that's how fast things were going. It was 10:30 in the evening. By 10:45, it was all gone.
Wow.
And then hyper speed. 48 hours later, all the gigs were gone.
Yeah.
So that was exactly about 2 months ago.
So how long has the band been together?
The band's been together for 46 years now.
When was the last time you had months with no gigs?
Let's see.
Did it ever happen before?
1958? No, it kind of certainly feels like that. Probably about 25 years ago. I think we had
Took a break.
A break, but we haven't had anything close to that in close to 30 years, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm so thrilled that you're here. I'm so glad that we can connect like this. It's just great to see you. And did you think about what you could teach me today?
Well, I was thinking about a couple things. There's always the huapango, the strum that's a regional Mexican music. There's different types of there's variations of it from state to state almost. But
Wow.
that is always something that people are always interested in, because I play that every night. When I play the jarana, I play a huapango, even though it's not. The jarana comes from the Gulf of Mexico. They got their own way of doing things there. But I've kind of done kind of morphed the other huapangos together into one.
Yeah.
And every night people say, "Boy, how do you do that thing?" And it's like intuition now, but it takes a little bit of work, I think. And if you're ready for that, if you're ready for that,
Yeah. Can I do it on a guitar?
but it works better on a guitar.
Okay.
I tried it with a Hamilton Beach a mixer once and it didn't work. hang on, let me go over to the guitar. We should be using nylon string guitars here because this is use your hand. If you use steel string, it's going to tear you up eventually, but we can get away with it.
And you've got more fingernails than I do, I can see.
Yeah, which is, I haven't been to the salon in a while, like you say, unless I want to go to, Atlanta, then I could get my hair done too. But there's no editorial there, just a mention. Well, you could use it without nails. I do it because I do it so much. I have to put on these acrylic nails, otherwise, after about 35 gigs, I'd be down to a stub for fingers. Okay, so the first thing we do. Can you do that? Yes, that's beautiful. So it's.
And so you're following with your thumb.
You're following with your thumb. And sometimes you could do like a triplet. Just hold your strings down, just so you do kind of just like a percussive thing. Almost like a drum in a snare drum in a marching band. This is the first part of it. There's 3 components.
Okay.
Then it goes. That's a slap. So just do the slap for a minute. So the fingers go down and then the palm presses down and makes a slapping sound. That's it. And then when I put that together with the first part, it's. That's it. Wow. You've played guitar before, huh?
Not like this, I haven't.
So now the next part you do. Then the thumb goes down.
So it's a down with your.
And then back with the thumb. Yeah, that's it. So it should sound like this. There's 2 of these slaps. There's another slap at the very end of it. With the chord, it sounds like this.
Okay,
That's it. You got it. That's it. That's it.
That's not easy. Let me hear you do it at tempo.
I didn't think we were going to write a song too.
Well, that's what happens when we hang around with the likes of you. Where's the downbeat in this exercise? Okay, cool.
Basically, you're playing a drum. You're playing like a snare drum. If you were just to play it like a rhythm thing, it would be. It's so like cool. A 3 and a 6/8 and a 4 and a bunch of other stuff going on at the same time.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're very mischievous.
I don't know if you ever heard that band Cubanismo.
Oh, Cubanismo, yeah.
I remember when they were on eTown one time, we got to sort of analyze their whole thing when we went to remix it. And there's so many distinct rhythms that are different from each other, and they almost sound like they're not playing the same song.
Oh, yeah.
But then when you fit it together, it's just like, oh my God, this fits beautifully.
Well, this is just the basic thing like this. But then there's different variations you could kind of mix in there.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I'm going to spend some time learning that. And
I got the guitar tuned with these dropped, and I didn't realize it until we started playing.
Yeah.
And that was a cool song we came up with right now.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, and if somebody wants to play this along with one of your records, what's a good song for them to practice playing that rhythm to?
Okay, that would be La Pistola del Corazón.
Okay, and that's on
That's on the
Pistola de Corazón. Yeah, it's the title
yeah.
song. Yeah,
The verse sections are the huapango like that.
yeah.
And then if they really want to kind of dive deep, then they can listen to the rest of the stuff on that record, and that has all this bunch of different rhythms.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you learned that?
Oh God, I was already an adult. I was no, I think I was right out of high school, so I was probably about 18 or 19. I was rock and roll guy. All of us were.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we discovered this music that played in the background. It was always like in the background, always, but we didn't pay attention. It was kind of like car horns, car alarms. You don't hear them after a while.
Right.
Mexican music playing in the background. We didn't pay attention to it. Then one day we decided that we were going to treat one of our moms for her birthday with mañanitas, which is a traditional thing where you go early in the morning, you wake them up, and you play a song for them on their birthdays. So we said, let's learn a song. And so I think Caesar got a record from his mom's collection, and we listened to it, and we sat down. Come on, that's easy stuff. And then we sat there and we were sweating it out, trying to figure out how the song goes and how it's played. And by then we were smitten. We were intrigued by this stuff, and we said, let's just do this, which was extremely unpopular.
Well, it was popular among a certain subset of your neighbors, right?
Yeah, well, for our entire age group was just like, forget it. That was parents' music. Kids were doing like their thing.
Yeah.
Then when we started doing this stuff over here, people were wondering like, okay, these guys look like they should be in Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
And they're playing this Mexican music, and everybody was confused. The older folks are confused because that's how we looked, and the young kids were wondering like, this is stuff we're trying to get away from, and why are they doing this? So.
And it was all four of you. It was Conrad and David and you and Caesar.
And Caesar, it was us. Yeah, Caesar brought us over one day, and we were just messing around, and then we decided, well, let's keep doing this, and we kept our bands for a while.
Yeah.
And then this was really so deep and evolved so much. It was so challenging.
Yeah.
We decided, let's just do that full time. And that's when everybody was confused about that. Why do you want to pass up so, well.
Well, it's kind of like playing bluegrass or any kind of traditional music where, you can sort of think you understand it. You can think you can make sense of it because, on the one hand, the chord structure or the rhythm, it doesn't seem dense or daunting, but you dive in below the surface and it's super complex and challenging to get it right, to make it sound right.
Now, how was it for you, Nick? Was it the same thing? Was it unpopular to be playing bluegrass music?
Well, I was always unpopular, so I didn't have any. I wasn't giving anything up. But no, I was playing in different bands, and I was listening to rock and roll, and I was playing. But I was intrigued by banjos and mandolins and guitars. I listened to Vanguard records and Ian and Sylvia and Doc Watson, and that's the stuff I liked when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I was into that kind of stuff, but I also was listening to Jimi Hendrix and everything else that was happening.
That's cool. I mean, I think there was a big divide, obviously, with us, a generational thing. Because Mexican music was our parents' music, what they listened to.
Hey, listen, before we leave, tell me again how you say what it is that you taught me.
How do you say it?
Yeah.
Huapango.
Huapango is the rhythm.
Huapango. Huapango. Huapango.
Huapango. Okay. Man, this is really cool. I'm gonna learn something from you. Thanks, Louie, and it's great to see you. Glad to see that you're healthy and that you and Mary are taking care of yourselves.
It's an interesting time.
The
world is kind of turned upside down. The workers out in the field and the box boys are the heroes now, and they're kind of like on the top of the food chain now.
Right. Yeah.
And I just hope that people will continue to appreciate what they do as they do now.
Yeah.
And that we don't fall back into our usual complacency.
Yeah, I think there is an opportunity for us to pivot in a really good direction.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, as you know, the air is cleaner, it's quieter, the sky is bluer.
Yeah.
The earth is starting to heal itself in just a matter of a couple months.
Right.
People think that trying to to take care of the earth is just an enormous undertaking that it's not going to be any fallout from that won't happen for like generations. Look, already in 2 months, it's already a better world.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I'm really enjoy hanging out with you, and I look forward to the time we can see each other in person.
I hope so. Give my best to Helen and
I will.
Everybody at eTown.
Okay.
Say hey.
Okay. Thanks, Louie. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Okay, big hugs.